Well, 'tis the season for comfort foods, thank goodness, and we sure know how to savor the flavors right here in New Mexico. In Cooking Light, Lighten Up America, Allison Fishman puts a healthy twist on everyday classic favorites, and the cookbook even lightens up some traditional New Mexican dishes. And Allison joins us this morning with more information. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning, Chad.
Thank you for being with us. So first off, we're pretty particular here in New Mexico about our foods, and I'm a little skeptical. So will lightening up this food, will it taste just as good?
I believe so, man. I wish you were here because I would put you right in front of this plate of chili rellenos so you could tell me what you think. Now, I might not be pronouncing it properly, but I do know how to make it deliciously. This is, of course, a poblano that I've stuffed with goat cheese, a little bit of Monterey Jack, but instead of battering it and deep frying it, because in my opinion, that's not the flavor that I love in my rellenos. What I love is the filling and that poblano. So I put it in a little bit of cornmeal, pan-fried it, and then put it in the oven to finish cooking. So what I'm left with is the delicious flavor of the pepper, the cheese, the salsa I have on top of it, instead of that batter, which to me gets in the way of enjoying the dish.
Right, right. And by the way, you are pronouncing it perfectly. So, so what are the New Mexican recipes that you're lightening up in the book? And more importantly, how are you doing it?
Well, thank you. Well, I have spent some time in New Mexico, and thank you so much for introducing me to calabacitas, something that I have never had outside of New Mexico, but it's a wonderful dish of squash and corn. So how am I lightening that up? I'm not doing anything but standing to the side while those onions and cilantro and lime flavor that amazing side dish. When you have beautiful, flavorful, rich vegetable dishes like that people want to jump into and enjoy, you can have the other dishes that you might want to have that are more caloric because you're filling up on delicious fresh vegetables. I also learned about migas while I was down visiting you guys, that delicious egg dish that you can have for breakfast with fresh tortillas. I serve it with a couple different kinds of salsa, jalapenos, some cheese, something like that. I'm going to rely on portion control. It's going to be such a delicious, savory, filling breakfast. I don't need to overdo it, but I'll have just enough of that delicious dish to enjoy it.
Right, okay, and of course, you know, portion control is often, at least when I eat New Mexico food, I have a real hard time with portion control because I like a lot of it. So,
I hear ya.
Yeah, yeah. So what other regional favorites are you taking on in this book?
You know, outside of the Southwest, why don't we just go to the Southeast? My parents live in North Carolina, and they've got a favorite breakfast dish called shrimp and grits. The Southerners love it for breakfast. The shrimp boats go right by their window. So here's shrimp and grits, gorgeous, big, puffy, yellow grits with Cajun seasoning, tasso ham, scallions, cilantro, and then on top of it, you've got shrimp. You've got 6 big pieces of shrimp right on there. Again, you've got that Cajun seasoning to give it a little kick. That's a nice, hearty breakfast. And again, if you don't have a huge amount of it, if you don't overdo it, that'll keep you going until lunch.
Right, yeah, and you know, again, we talk about the portion controls. My wife is a European, and she's always saying, you know, the American portions are huge compared to what we get in Europe. So it really seems that a lot of the secrets here are just knowing when to say when on the goodies, right?
Yeah, the secrets are go with your instinct, go with your gut. If you're sitting down with a bowl of something that's too good to be true, chances are it is. That's what was so much fun about developing these recipes for the cookbook. When you have dishes like calabacitas that are naturally good for you, you want to overindulge with your New Mexican favorites? Make sure half your plate is filled with delicious calabacitas because you won't be able to overeat. Portion control can naturally happen when you've got delicious sides like that.
Right, that's a great way to put it. So how can we get a copy of this cookbook?
You can buy the book right now wherever books are sold.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Allison, thank you so much. I know that you have got my appetite going. I haven't had breakfast yet, so thanks for doing that for me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Chad. Make some migas.
Yes, yes, will do. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Take care, you too.
All right. Well, still ahead in